Mondays with Mack, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Grab a Coke with a friend. Together tastes better.
Welcome into Mondays with Mack, brought to you by our friends at Coca-Cola, as we'll take a look back at Carolina's 31-6 victory over Syracuse in Kenan Stadium. And Coach, you know you've arrived when people are getting frustrated with a 25-point win against a conference opponent. I know a little bit slower start, I'm guessing, than you wanted, but still a terrific Saturday in Kenan for your team and a big victory over a solid Syracuse team.
Yes, Jones, it was a perfect opener. We had our problems. We were up and down. It was a close game. We needed all those things to happen. The most important thing is we came out 1-0. We had physical contact against another team after the craziness that's happened in preseason. The guys realize now we are going to play, but really, really proud of the defense throughout the game, the special teams in the second half, and our offense starting the game. And in the second half, the offense had a turnover in the second quarter, and then Daz Newsome fumbled a punt in the second quarter. So the offense didn't have the ball a lot. And we've been scoring so quickly at times last year that we got a little frustrated, and we can't do that. Fans can get frustrated, players and coaches can't. We've got to be realistic with who we are, understanding we're playing and living with a different expectation right now, but just do your best every play, and that's all we can ask of you to do. The guys did that throughout the game, and really, really proud of the victory.
Coach, certainly not bad to have a little adversity in week one, especially when you're able to fight through that adversity and still have a very convincing win.
Yeah, I could feel our fans being frustrated. I couldn't hear them. If they'd been in the stadium, they would have gotten quiet or booed. So I do understand that. So that might have been a good time that they weren't there. But what we did feel is we learned how to play with an empty stadium. We learned how to create our own enthusiasm. And I was really proud of a lot of things. So my job is to make sure our guys know that we're proud of the win. We did so many great things, but the reason it's a perfect opener is we've got a lot of things we can fix, and you can coach them much harder after a win than you can after they've lost.
Coach, one more thing before we wrap up our Mondays with Mack. You mentioned the defense in your opening answer, and what a terrific start to the season for that side of the ball, just allowing a little more than 200 yards in the game. Really shut Syracuse down on third down, did not let the Orange into the end zone, and that defense, which closed the year so strong last season, seemed to build off that here in the season opener.
Yeah, 7 sacks, 11 tackles for a loss, a lot of disruptions on the quarterback and hits, and a lot of pass breakups against a offensive team with Tommy DeVito that can throw the ball. He had a 64% completion last year, percentage completion, and some really good receivers. So it was a good test for our defense, but the guys stepped up. First time we've held an ACC opponent from scoring a touchdown since Duke in 2009. So that's very, very impressive. Now the guys have got to step up and continue to grow and do it. We played 26 guys on defense throughout the game. We stayed fresh, and hopefully we'll be able to do that again this weekend.
Lots of guys put up big numbers on the defensive side. Chaz Surratt, the leading tackler, with 9, including 2 sacks. Also 2 sacks for the young defensive lineman, Tamari Fox. Next up for Carolina is Charlotte. Coach and I will be back later in the week to preview the matchup with the 49ers. Thanks for being with us here on Mondays with Mack.